Welcome back to Talkin Thru Your Kick as we have a look at Moonee Valley Racing Friday night. Before we get into the Moonee Valley Racing, I know you're champing at the bit.
Am I?
I was carved up by you two blokes last week about suggesting that the Friday-Saturday night thing wasn't good, and I didn't think it worked. What did you think?
I just don't like the concept of it. The night before Cox Plate Day, not for me.
I wanted a Manikato Stakes Day on the same day as Cox Plate.
Well, it should either be absorbed into Cox Plate Day, the big race, or left alone. Yeah,
exactly.
That'd be the way I go, and I think that the rail should be in the true position for Cox Plate Day.
It filtered off. What's the word? The
fields.
The Manikato became diluted. What do you think?
I thought it was okay. I don't have a problem.
That means you agree with me. It's only okay. Group 1 races shouldn't be okay. They should be fun.
I quite like the Friday night concept. There was nothing else to do on a Friday night. Why not have a big race?
But before the Cox Plate?
What's wrong with it? Did the track pay badly yesterday?
So next year, the Rosehill Gardens want to play the BMW the day before the Golden Slipper.
Yeah, but you're talking apples and oranges there. They don't have a night venue at Rosehill Gardens. They don't have lights. But they don't run those big races at Canterbury. You run the big race at Moonee Valley. Why not?
What do you think?
Well, it was sensational. And I think given time, it's only going to get stronger. It was the first year, so let's not all jump on and point out the things they didn't like. I thought it worked very well.
And I'd like to point out the reason he's saying that was because of the hate mail that's turned up on our Twitter address because of him bagging the Melbourne crowd. It's just en masse after that.
That was Sydney siders coming down for the weekend.
Sydney siders don't bag gay, mate.
Racing Victoria, mate. He'll be there one day.
Everything gay in Sydney is great, haven't you heard? We're the home of gay.
Yeah.
Serious? Let's have a look at the Manikato Stakes. Buffering did his best, but Sea Siren, a gun ride from J.O. Cassidy.
Well, it was a great ride. He sat in the 1-1, but the criticism must be for, I guess, maybe for Buffering allowing to be dictated to. Didn't push on and maybe try and break him, as we know the horse can do. I was shattered because I had a little bit on Bell Sprinter, thinking it'll come right off the back of Buffering. And in the end, Buffering went straight back into its face. But, honours with the winner, just sat in the right position, pushed the button, and the tip was there for Sea Siren. Fresh, Russ, as you know.
Hey, Rusty boy, and I still can't believe you lost after Sea Siren.
Something for the battlers. Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm now head of those dumb pumpkin list because I didn't have enough on.
You did everything except the last bit that matters.
You know how bad I got? I had a bet on one of the accounts, and I worked out later I backed it in the Patnack, not even in the Manikato.
Well, that is probably... They can't beat her in the Patnack. I can't see how they beat her.
How much do you love me, can beat her?
Mate, she is a better horse than how much do you love her?
So she goes Sea Siren, a great ride, Jimmy, and he, I mean, just between us, he backs it up with another sensational ride on Hoi Lonnie on the Saturday. So for an old bloke, he's going all right, the
He
pumper.
certainly does go pretty good, the pumper, and he always does shine in the spring.
Yeah, some good runs behind. Nick, good runs mental, first up along the fence, and a couple behind. It was a good, strong race, that one.
And what about We're Gonna Rock? We talk about how gelding operations can improve horses. He is just a different horse. He's now one of the best sprinters in the country, and he couldn't run out of sight in the fog when he had the... when he was still an entire.
Same owners as Super Cool. What is the market for the Patnack Stakes coming up at the end of the program and the Flemington week? It looks like a reasonable race on paper.
$4.40 for Sea Siren at the top of the market. How much do you love me? Not very much. $5. Buffering and Mental both at $6.
Does Buffering go there?
Well, there's question marks on how he's pulled up, and he's obviously undergoing a few veterinary examinations, and if everything's not there clear, he'll be going to the paddock.
Tell Sprinter's not going to go there. It goes and
what else?
Straight.
I reckon it's going great.
It has to have a crack. Well, what else is there for it?
Yeah, exactly. But thanks for the $9 free return, Jason Warren. I'll throw that in from the same yard.
Warren,
I just had to get that in.
I have to say, that market, you see Siren at $4.40, and how much do you love me at $5? In. Just in.
You've got to do the waving.
It is in.
Two hands.
She is a 3-time Group 1 winner at Weight for Age. How much do you love me? I know has won a Ramornie as a horse on the way up. He has not even been to Weight for Age yet. He's no certainty to even run in the race. He's going to go to the Salinger first, and there's 60 cents difference.
And, mate, what about he knows Zarafas and Karakatsanis is that whole European thing. Very thick. There's more hotness in Greece than Malta. I'll give you the tip there.
What about Mental, second up down the straight?
Fantastic. He's the horse, I think, who's the big danger. Yeah. And he's only going to take big improvement out of it.
Okay, speaking of Mental, the Darley horse, the Darley Darlings. Good segue straight into my Oaks discussion because Darley looks to have a very good hope in the Oaks on Thursday with the favourite Zydeco, Thursday week of course, but also with the horse that won on Friday night, Quinny, in the Phillies Classic. 3 and 4 wide the whole way again.
Very impressive.
Karen McAvoy did a beautiful job.
Well, Karen McAvoy could ride a rocking horse to win at the moment, but while she was very impressive, I still prefer the fellow Darley horse, Zydeco. I think she's clearly the one to beat in the Oaks.
Well, let's go back and after we have a look at this race from Moonee Valley, go to the 1,000 guineas from a week or so ago, week and a half ago. Zydeco goes to the Wakeful. You can see her storming down the outside, but and invariably, the horse that wins the Wakeful just wins the Oaks.
Well, Dear Demi's run in the 1,000 guineas I thought was fantastic.
She
Had
goes to the
luck.
Wakeful, doesn't she?
Straight back from to last. She'll be there at the Wakeful on Saturday. I think she'll be very hard to beat.
Yep. Got put through the fence. It's a big run.
Oh, it's a massive run, and again, J.A. Cassidy will come to ride. She can position off the pace or on the pace, Dear Demi, and Zydeco needs a good speed on, and as you can saw in
But
that.
she does do a lot wrong sometimes, Dear Demi. We've seen her before.
She's a
over
winner,
race.
though. Zydeco's not a winner. It's only one run race, isn't it?
Well, when was Dear Demi's had a couple of luckless runs now?
Oh, Group 1 quality.
a lot better quality.
Yeah,
than
Not running
Zydeco.
the Ballarat
Zydeco working
Maiden.
up nicely to the distance. You can just see her working home, extra ground, will be winning.
It's a good point, Dear Demi. She does.
We'll be winning
sneak
Briganton.
things.
We'll be winning the Geelong Cup. What else do you want me to throw out there?
Where do we start?
Young boy, give me the odds on the Oaks there.
The Oaks,
big fella.
Zydeco looks a real Oaks type, $2.80, $4.60 each of two, Dear Demi and Summer Bliss, and a big gap to the rest, boys, Alzora and Zucotto at 13. Then you get out to the also-rans.
That's the value.
Look, $18.
Kazanluk and Zuduko.
I mean, look at the market.
Zucotto. They're the
Guy
value.
Walter has a big opinion of his filly, Zucotto, and I think she's going to be another one like Zydeco who's going to really improve once they get to Flemington and up over ground. But I think there shouldn't be too much discrepancy in the market between Dear Demi and Zydeco.
If Zydeco
They come
and
out of the same race and Dear Demi beat her.
Okay,
And
so-
one's 460 and the other one's 280.
Well,
Looking
just
at the trip, I guess.
having a look at that Wakeful Stakes market. Just if both of those horses line up, they're $3.50 each of two, aren't they? Zydeco and Dear
probably,
Demi.
Yeah, probably about that, yeah.
And you'd be all over Dear Demi over the 2,000, wouldn't you?
Yeah, why not?
Quite possible.
Well, why would you take 280 Zydeco?
Well, that's what I'm trying to tell you.
Because she'll get
Come on,
stronger.
you've been a bit
the further
stingy
they
there.
step
Did you
up
make
in-
this market up?
No,
or
I didn't
just-
do this market.
What if
Summer Bliss
Zydeco
is a bit
wins
tight,
that?
I know
then?
that.
She goes round almost odds on in the Oaks.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no? Is
Yeah,
that
no.
yes, I agree with
Yes.
you, so I don't know what to say?
Moving right along.
There is 10 points to the fourth
Punters copped it up, the you-know-what, the absolute Shaminda Vas on Saturday at
That's
Moonee
charming,
Valley.
that is.
Well, Shaminda's that Sri Lankan
I know
cricketer.
Chaminda Vas.
You say,
Yep.
instead of being rude, you say, I copped it up to Chaminda.
I know, yeah, like
anyway,
a tailpipe, yep.
the only favourite that won was in the first, and it was a barnstorming winner, was this Cracker Roadie.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
result
didn't tell,
that was.
just what I needed.
Straight into
$8 DVD. Oh.
Cracker Roadie, and there was a horse
C.
at Kembla
Williams.
called Another Roadie, or, you know.
Have a roadie?
Have a
Is it
roadie.
something like that?
And the
Kembla?
double would have been millions, but that was the only favourite. Have a look at this run and tell me, how did this horse
Gone
win?
at the 600. And I thought my horse that I backed, DVD, was in big trouble too. And then the leaders stopped very quickly. The race changed complexion in a matter of strides. DVD hit the front, and all of a sudden I got excited. And then I see Craig Williams get off its back, and I was just, this is going to be a great Cox Plate day.
And then, of course, the punters sooled into I Get Around in race 2. The Paul Perry mail was,
Geez, I
and I Get Around, it got around and around. It didn't know
Play
which
of the
way
day,
was.
Russ.
Was it the Neil Evans low of the day?
Yeah.
At Neil Evans
Through
mail?
the winter grades, it goes to Open Company of the Valley the first time, and
Gets
they
beat,
wanted to
but
take
will
6
win
to
a
4 and
race.
shorter.
And then the punters, Bulletproof, just decide to back up with Midnight Martini. Sits beautifully positioned, one out, one back. Cruises on the corner. Huey's given everything to the one on the inside.
I'm tipping there. Did you hear Midnight Martini?
Were you doing this one at the 200?
If I was capable of growing a mustache, I would have definitely been twirling it at the 250. It was just an absolute moral in the run, and then all of a sudden, with 50 to go, you said, hang on, it's not going to get there.
I think there was just too many early crows. Everyone was, home you go, you good thing, and it just pulled up.
And is that a sickening feeling when you're home for the chockies? Oh.
So in the
Especially when he's
serious,
looking over his shoulder, just going,
in the serious fair income department, the joint won a fortune.
No, he didn't.
How?
Not one winner paid double figures.
No, it was a very competitive day, and Quinny made the point that the value was there, but not one winner double figure. So, whilst the turnover was sensational, we were in front,
Freddie,
not by a lot.
I want the voice of reason to
I swear
come
to
in.
God, it's not that
But there was
much.
no
It
strip
was a
out race.
few percent.
There was not one winner that you could say, how did that win at $26 to bundle everyone out? Every winner was havable. They just weren't the favourite.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly right.
I just showed you 2.
Name one winner you couldn't have had yesterday.
I could name 9. Because I didn't have any. 9. That's a good answer. 9,
Another
my
good
friend.
answer.
And another 8 on Friday night at the Valley.
No, actually Friday night, see Siren, just getting the Q Rusty boy. Let's
Head wobble?
What's that?
Didn't think we were doing
I
head
don't-
wobble
I
on this
don't
show.
head wobble,
That
head
was
wobble.
a head wobble.
It wasn't a head
Was
wobble.
that a head wobble?
Yeah,
I think it was.
Couple of too many people
I saw a
tweet and
little
head wobble, and you don't tweet and head wobble, and you don't tweet that you are head wobbling.
Why not?
FYI to someone out there. That'll do it. We'll go to a break here on Talking Through Your Kick.